early winter, and we are going out to just a pond today, just gonna be bank fishing, but I'm going back to a pond that I went to last year, and I did really good on the jerkbait, and this is jerkbait season. So I'm basically gonna go back there and try to replicate that. And the one good thing about winter fishing is you can simplify things a little bit more, less gear. You kind of know what you're doing going in. So yeah, we got just a handful of stuff today, and we're going at it, man. It's cold, early winter fishing, and we're gonna try to get on some fish. All right, so like I mentioned, today is gonna be a pretty specific jerkbait attack. So last year I had my best jerkbait bite ever, which granted I don't have tons of jerkbait experience. I just started throwing them like last year before. And last year though, it was in December, and it was at this exact pond that I had that bite. So we're right there, man. The weather's about the same. It was cold, it was cloudy, and yeah, we're gonna go for it, man. I got the exact jerkbait I used last year, so obviously I'm gonna have that tied on, but I'm also gonna have another jerkbait tied on. So we're gonna go at it pretty hard from that angle and see if we can somewhat duplicate what happened last year. Man, this water is way down. Last year when I was over here, I don't remember the water being this low. This is crazy. Well, I can already tell we're not off to a hot start. Just thinking back on last year, I mean, it was every other cast, and that is not looking to be the action today. You never know, it could turn on, but man, this water is just so shallow and skinny back here. Like I said, last year it wasn't this low. So I wonder if, which it's already shallow back here, I'm sure. Oh, as I'm talking about it. As I'm talking about how bad it could be. Number one on the jerkbait. This is actually, and they were all about this big if I recall. So this, I don't know, I didn't run into a lot of big fish, but yo, this time of year, man, I'll take them. Little breeze coming through, definitely don't mind that for throwing the jerkbait. And yeah, I looked on my phone today, and according to what I read on there, the water temperature today for most of the state here is going to be in the low 40s. So pretty chilly water, man. But like I mentioned in the intro, the one nice thing about that is it simplifies all of your approach, which for me is a good thing, you know, because sometimes you get in the summer, just, you know, where everything's on the table, and literally everything's on the table, man. You got all your rods on deck, all your lures, and you know, sometimes that can be a little crazy. So that is one thing I do thoroughly enjoy about wintertime fishing, and also really dig the satisfaction you get from catching cold weather fish is maximized. Like that little fish right there, that was pretty darn cool, man. Like I said, that's the first fish I've really actually caught in a couple months because I've been so busy and I haven't really fished much. But it's definitely the first one of the year on the jerkbait. And yeah, man, it's just funner. In the summertime, you know, you can catch dinks all day, and you know, that can be fun. But in the wintertime, you don't catch them all day. So whenever you do run into them, it just makes it that much sweeter. Oh, is that a fish or is that weeds? I can't. Oh, nice fish. Hey. A little bit nicer than the last. Oh, quick release. Quick release. Oh. Nice. That was a strange hit. That was usually, you know, you might feel them. Might feel that tap or somewhat of a strike, but that was just heavy, almost like I ran into a clump of weeds. So that was kind of strange. But hey, that's two fish here in like 5 minutes or so. So good deal. All right, last year when I was out here, I did not have a mega bass Vision 110. Now I do. So of course we're gonna give this guy a look. And man, that is the cool thing too about throwing I guess more expensive lures that, you know, not every single person, especially when we're talking about pond hopping, not everybody's gonna have a mega bass in their jerk box. Not everybody's gonna be out here in December. Earlier I mentioned a couple things I liked about winter fishing. That's number 3, is I really like the fact that you usually do have the water to yourself. The fish aren't pressured. And so there's nobody out here. There's definitely, probably not, I guess never say never, but probably not anybody else out here throwing a Vision 110. So I know that just gonna boost the confidence, you know, because yeah, just out here throwing something that these fish are just not gonna see every day. Oh, the camera decided just to randomly stop, and boom, first fish on the Vision 110. Nice. Like I said, man, a lot of these fish were little in here, but like I said, this time of year, not a big deal. And if we do want to go after some bigger baits, then, you know, I can put on a bigger swim bait, go for that. But yeah, nice, man. I'm kind of kicking myself in the butt. I pretty much am a big super glued guy now when it comes to a lot of lures that I use. I forgot my super glue, which may stink with this because this is going to come off easy, but man, look how good that looks. A little 1/8 ounce Z-Man swim bait head with a Kitech, and yeah, like I said, I may struggle with not having super glue, but we'll see. Man, that looks good. Talk about the king of swim baits, but probably definitely the king of wintertime swim baits, the Kitech, man. Oh, this is gonna drive me nuts not having super glue though. I just hate having to mess with a bait all day and every other cast kind of thing. And but gotta make do with what we got. Hey, nice. Littlest fish of the day, but that told me something right there. I killed the retrieve and let it just go all the way to the bottom and just killed it for like 3 or 4 seconds, picked it up, and he was there. So that means that he was probably following it, and then when it laid on the bottom, he picked it up. And I don't have fancy electronics on my boat or live scope or anything like that, but the cool thing is, man, is guys that make videos with their electronics, what they show you is all of the stuff that they learn from seeing how fish react to certain lures. And what you see is you get tons and tons of follows, probably more than you realize, that fish that just don't commit. And so it's pretty fascinating. And you know, you don't have to have, you know, live scope to apply the knowledge. And the lesson there is that, you know, be conscious of that, you know, either slow down or, like I just did, kill your lure. If you're moving if you're using a horizontal presentation, you know, kill it every once in a while. That way you can maybe give the fish a chance to pick it up. Or the opposite, you know, if you're going slow, maybe speed it up just a little bit. That way they can think that fish is trying to get away from them, and then maybe that'll get a reaction strike out of it. All right, guys, that's 2 casts in a row with the blade bait. Went on like a little, maybe 20-minute drought or so with no bites. Put the blade bait on, 2 casts, 2 fish. All right, guys, the camera battery died, and I was a little lazy to switch it right away, but 2 fish in a row off the blade bait. Blade bait number 3. Awesome. Oh, came off. Probably need to loosen my drag a little bit, but yeah, let me show you this dude. A little 1/4 ounce blade bait, little silver shiny, just piece of metal catching fish. Got one, nice. I loosened up my drag. Let's see if this keeps this dude pinned a little bit. Nice. I'm working my way back to the car. Yeah, he was pinned pretty good. Look at that. And I'm just throwing out deep in the middle. Of this cove here. And these fish are just hanging out deep and on the bottom. And I did want to get one fish at least on camera with a blade bait. I think that's like 3 fish on this thing. And pretty simple technique. Let it hit the bottom, lift, and you're going to feel it vibrate. So it's going to come up and just let it fall back down. And the same thing. That's all you do with the blade bait. And really, it's a reaction strike because it's falling down to the bottom pretty quick. And when it comes up, like I said, it's making that vibration. So pretty awesome getting reaction strike bites in, I would say, 40-degree water in December. There he is. Nice. Don't even care these fish are small, man. This is a blast. Boom. And every single fish I've caught today, especially on the bottom baits, if I've caught one, I've at least caught 2. So it goes to show that they really, really are stacked up. So if you get a bite in the winter, slow down. There we go. What was that, 3 in a row? If you get a bite in the wintertime, man, slow down. And really go at it, man. Even if you have to throw a couple different lures. Because these fish are not moving much, so you know, if you know they're there, then they're there. Man, I was about to get out of here, but could not help myself. Same thing, blade bait, lift and fall. Not a monster, but this one's pulling drag. This is pretty decent for out here. Nice. So fun. Man, talk about being stacked up, dude. Just in that deeper water, you know, we're back here in this cove, and I moved out to the main part of the lake for a little bit, didn't get bit, and they're just back here in the cove, man, but like right in the middle, not on the banks, just kind of right out in the middle, just sitting kind of right where you think they might be, just deeper water. And at this point, we are, I don't even know how many fish I've caught on this thing. Thought that we were gonna maybe do it on the jerkbait, but the blade bait steals the show. Not mad about it.